Sup, it's your boy Big Reg, coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This time, bringing you a recap of the Michigan Wolverines' first road victory of the 2023 football season. A victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I raised my Coors Light to that. Joining me celebrating the first what?
Eating some corn right
now. Oh, that's disgusting. Joining me in celebrating this first road victory, first, as always, producer Jay Business.
Yo, when you need to take care of business, you take care of business that way. 5-0, baby. 5-0. 5-0.
There you go. This guy, he's taking this whole desert motif to another level. Look at this dude, man. He's even rocking the desert camo Michigan hat. Well, I raised my glass to that. The desert heat's getting to him. Next, joining us, finally back for this season, his season debut. He's dressed like, I don't know what the heck he's doing over there. He's like a penguin over there. But it's the one, the only, Mr. Squarehead.
I'm coming back from not a self-imposed ban, but a self-imposed boycott of these garbage preseason games that we have to watch against these high school level football teams that Michigan keeps scheduling. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, man. This guy, high school level. Come on, man. This was in Nebraska, okay? Okay, at Nebraska, at Memorial Stadium, you know? Come on, man. This guy, high school level. Holy smokes. Anywho's, we'll get down to the bad news first. Unfortunately, your boys did not hit on any of their parlays this week. We had a three-leg parlay, which we thought was a sure deal. Blake Corum touchdown, Blake Corum 80 yards rushing, Roman Wilson 50 yards receiving. Oh, man, the Michigan Wolverines uncharacteristically could not run the ball consistently against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now, that didn't stop them from racking up 45 points, so I'll raise my glass to that.
Hey, come on. We still racked up 249 yards total rushing.
Oh, yeah, but still, it was so bittersweet. We just needed 6 more yards from Blake Corum, and we would have hit some money. Oh,
I'm telling you, man. I think those odds makers in Vegas are the devil. How is it that we consistently miss these parlays by like 5 yards or one basket or one passing? I mean, it's just ridiculous. They can predict the future. This is different level devil. Huh? Trio.
Listen, I don't want to say, but my original parlay was Blake Corum 70, Roman Wilson 50, and then Blake Corum touchdown, and then JJ McCarthy rushing touchdown.
You forget you had JJ McCarthy 225 yards passing.
No, I took that out. Remember? I looked at the weather report. Remember, I sent you guys a text with the weather report for Lincoln, Nebraska, which said 30-mile-per-hour winds. So I was like, yo. So looking at the weather report, I thought it was going to be more heavy rushing, a lot of rushing yards for Blake. And I did not see Roman Wilson getting 2 passing touchdown receptions. I didn't see that coming. But hey, Roman Wilson, I'll raise my glass to you for making that highlight circus catch behind the dude's head. I mean, if this, what can I use? I can't even use nothing. If this was the dude's head, he went around the dude's head and caught the ball. You know what I'm saying? It was like David Tyree from the Super Bowl. Remember that?
The Kama Ina killer.
Huh?
Kama Ina killer.
There you go. The Kama Ina killer. I raise my glass to you, Roman Wilson, for hanging loose and bringing that ball in.
Yo, everyone in Hawaii, even my parents, they always like get clippings of Roman Wilson when he comes in the news. Hawaii represents, and they love Michigan now because of Roman Wilson.
Is that a true statement, or are you just saying that?
Do you want me to find the clippings? They mailed it to me from the Hawaii Gazette.
First of all, Why would they go to the post office, cut it out of a newspaper, and then send it to you? You talking crazy, but I lift my glass to your parents for looking out for Roman Wilson.
Yo, from the Oahu, straight from Oahu, man.
The Oahu Times, is that what you're telling me right now?
Not
This
joking.
guy,
Joking.
you crazy. Anywho, so the passing yardage was not huge this game, like you were saying. What did JJ end up with? It was under 200 yards, wasn't it?
156 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12
Oof.
for 16 completions.
There you go. It was an efficient performance yet again for JJ McCarthy. He 2 touchdowns. You can't argue with that. Plus 1 rushing touchdown. So I raised my glass to that. I was putting that bet on. I was like, man, we should put that bet back on. But then we took it off. So how well? What are you gonna do?
If JJ is going to be considered for the Heisman, this game doomed him for sure. You can't win a Heisman by throwing the ball as a quarterback. You can't win the Heisman by throwing the ball 16 times in a game under 200 yards. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Heisman's
I just
as a
told you there
quarterback.
was 30-mile-per-hour winds.
Who cares about 30-mile-per-hour winds?
He ran in a touchdown too, so it's 3 total touchdowns.
He
Yeah.
ran in a touchdown because the defense didn't know what they're doing. Is why basically there's nobody there. They all
Oh,
it's
man.
like oil and water, man. Like the oil was running, water was running away from the oil. I don't know.
This guy, you talking crazy right now. Holy smokes. This dude is talking loose, son. He's talking loose. Anyways, listen, it wasn't a big stat day, unfortunately, for the Michigan Wolverines, but the biggest stat or the most important stat is where they piled it up, and that was on the scoreboard, 45-7. So you know what? That against a Big Ten opponent on the road, 45-7. I raise my glass to that, especially given the fact that there was a lot of teams across the country that were struggling against inferior opponents in conference. For example, Georgia versus Auburn. They barely won. Who else? USC versus Colorado. At first it looked like it was going to be a blowout, but then Colorado came back, made it a much tighter game. Penn State versus Northwestern. Northwestern kept it close for the first, say maybe 12 minutes. And then Penn State blew them out. But you get my point.
There's a repeating theme here with another single-digit defensive effort, and it only happened because the scrubs were in and the guy busted out a run for 70+ yards to run it in. But they were going for zero points. 0 points.
I'm telling you, man, we've said it before and we'll say it again. That Michigan defense looks elite. So
we're playing teams that have no offense.
Come on.
What team have we played so far in the first 5 games that has like a high-flying offense and we shut them down? Come on, man.
It's not high flying, but come on, you gotta give Rutgers a little. You gotta give them a little respect. Gotta give them a little respect. Rutgers, come on, man. Come on. This is the same school that graduated Isaiah Pacheco, Super Bowl champion. Okay, come on, Isaiah Pacheco.
I drove by Shea Stadium, and you know what it smelled like? It smelled like Shea. You know why?
Why?
Because their football team is garbage.
This guy, you talking crazy, man. How come you never want to give credit where credit is due? Come on, man. Defense is playing good. I almost put, you know what other leg of the parlay I almost put on? I almost put on defensive touchdown, Michigan. I almost put that on there. But I was like, you know what? Let's not push our luck. In the end, it didn't matter if I pushed it or not. I lost both of them anyways.
By 6 yards. 6 yards.
By 6 yards. Oy. What a day.
But overall, it's just like another solid performance. I did receive a text message from Bagman from Pittsburgh. Another one, he acknowledged that the Roman Wilson catch was outstanding. But then in the same text breath, it was like, what is this team? This team is not doing anything. Why can't they get any pressure on the quarterback?
What are you talking about? Come on.
So I messaged Bagman to join us tonight. He couldn't do it. Family obligations, but the call always goes out there. Bagman, we want to hear from you.
No, but that brings up a good point. Just like we were saying on the offensive end, you know what I mean? Sure, JJ didn't rack up a ton of yards. Sure, Blake Corum, fell short by 6 yards. you know. So on those kind of metrics, in the same way, maybe the defense didn't get as many pressures or sacks or tackles for losses. But where it counts the most, the stat that counts the most, which is the scoreboard, the offense put up 45 points, and the defense basically pitched the shutout, except for the 7 points that was given up by the second and third unit team. So for me, in the most important stats of all, the scoreboard, Michigan played a heck of a game, and I raise my glass to that.
And they stopped multiple fourth down attempts to get that extra yard, and that's in the trenches, right? Isn't that where you want to win that battle, in the trenches on that fourth down?
You know what kind of team does that? A tough team. A tough team. You know what I'm saying? A team that doesn't have to talk trash to an 80-year-old man who would a stutter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A team that is not afraid to go against 11 people on 11 instead of 11 on 10. Okay? That's the kind of toughness that we're talking about. We're talking about the kind of toughness that wins 2 Big Ten championships in a row. Okay? That's the kind of toughness that we're talking about. Anywho, final thoughts on this game before we get too crazy.
It's it was just, I was not worried at all. It's just, let's get this game done with. I was like flipping through to watch the other games because
Oh my gosh, this guy.
This is why. Look at our schedule. You guys take a look at our schedule. Who do we play next week and the following week?
Minnesota.
Yeah, is there any point in watching any of these games until we play like Penn State or something?
Oh,
Minnesota's a good team, you know.
Come on, man. All of these games are just it's just so boring and just hard to watch through the whole game.
Come on.
Like when we're up 35-0, can we do some? This is a common theme every year that I bring up. Why don't they just throw in some plays that we can practice in a real game situation that we may need down the line? I don't know, man. It just, everything is so vanilla.
What do you want them to do? You know,
week to week, there's just no excitement until probably the Penn State game, and then obviously the game at the end of the season. But look at our schedule. Our schedule just sucks.
I wouldn't say it's like difficult, yeah, but still, it's our team's progression towards getting to those big games.
Yeah.
What do you want us to do? You want us to keep losing?
No, I want us to do something more exciting during these games. Hey, when we're up, when we're crushing them.
Notre Dame refused to play us. So what do you want us to do?
We can do.
I guess we did that flea flicker, huh?
Oh my gosh. Come on. I'd rather just keep watching Michigan bludgeon people to, bludgeon people over and over, and then just come out with a victory every single week. I can never get tired of that. I can never get tired of that. Never.
The tail end of our schedule will be very tough. It's going to be at Penn State, at Maryland, and then home for OSUX. So
yeah, that's a heck of a 3 weeks.
It'll come. That's the worst 3 weeks possible.
Yeah, because Maryland is no pushover. Well, actually, they're kind of not that great, but still, you get my point. You can't overlook them.
Cannot overlook.
Yeah, can't overlook them, especially right before OSU. They played us tough the last few times we played them. Maryland,
Maryland scores a lot of points.
Yeah.
So a lot of people here in the DMV are high on Maryland in that next game against OSU.
Yeah, I want them to do well.
Well, we'll see what happens. But like I said, for me, the way the team is playing, the results they're putting on, up on the scoreboard, that for me gives me the confidence going forward. Sure, the competition hasn't been top tier so far, but it doesn't worry me so far, not at all, because of the way we're playing against these teams and the results that we're getting. So I raise my glass to Jimmy Harbaugh and the team.
There was a decent crowd section in Nebraska watching the game, so that was good to see Wolverines over there. And speaking of fans, we had some fans comment on our last video. One, let's give it up for Nadia Cho 2680, who says, "Hi friends," and a nice wavy hand.
Hi, 9822680.
And next we have QB10 Fowler, who commented, "Glad to see you guys back. Michigan 34, Nebraska 10." Very close prediction. That's on
That
there.
actually is a pretty close prediction there.
Yeah. And then Edwards will score this week.
If only. Oh, that brings up another point. The frustration I feel with Dono. Dono has not hit the home run so far. I was hoping that he'd hit a home run this week. I didn't even need a home run. I just needed a single because our other 4-leg parlay that we lost this week, a huge part of that was Donovan Edwards catching at least 19.5 yards.
20 yards.
Did not do that. So, anywho, sorry. Keep going with that. QB Fowler's comment.
QB Fowler also says, "It looks like bowling game green looked like JJ was forcing things." Totally agree with that statement.
Yeah.
And other supporting crew ruining the flow of the offense. Defense looks good. Sandstrom leading the way, and Corm looks better every week.
Well, except for this week.
Yeah.
Oh, again, 6 more yards, Blake. 6 more yards.
Why weren't they running him? I mean, when I watched earlier part of this game, and it was just Donovan Edwards in there. What was going on there?
I think they're trying to share the workload because both of them were like so tired at the end of last season. But I also think they're trying to work on Donovan to get him more confidence.
Well, they worked in Mullings too, because he had that touchdown.
Dude, Mullings was blasting open that hole.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind them doing that with Mullings because remember last season against TCU with the fumble. So I don't mind him getting more touches now so that, he builds confidence going into the latter part of the year. So I raise my glass to Khalil Mullings. Doing a good job, my brother.
We saw glimpses of Darius Clemens, one of our highly rated wide receivers who was injured all the way up until now, but then he got in some snaps, caught some balls. So that's good. But yeah, let's if anything, let's get JJ more comfortable throwing that ball more than 16 times.
Well, the other part of the 16 times was the fact that when did they took him out of the game? I think it was like, wasn't it? Was it before the fourth quarter?
And end of the third quarter.
Yeah, so he didn't even play in the entire fourth quarter. So, I'm not too worked up about him only getting 16 attempts,
We'll see. But yeah, at Minnesota indoor stadium, so you should be able to fly it all where you want it to be.
Slang it. You know what I mean? Slang it. We're playing against Minnesota. Row your boat. PJ Fleck, that bald-headed chrome dome. Anywho, I shouldn't have said that. Who knows? I might go bald. Oh,
you're getting poster material right now. You're giving them poster material.
Listen, they don't care about me and my chubbiness. Come on. PJ Fleck? No way, man. I thought they were going to fire him. Weren't they going to fire him? Wasn't he like toxic masculinity or something? Well, I don't know. Who cares? Anywho.
We need to hear from Squarehead. What did you think about the Jim Harbaugh 3-game suspension?
Oh, yeah.
Jim Harbaugh. Self-imposed 3-game suspension. Dumbest thing ever, man. Come on.
Do you believe that he deserved those 3-game suspensions?
By the letter of the law? Come on, he lied, didn't he?
He didn't lie. He said he didn't remember.
He didn't remember. Come on, man.
How how many cheeseburgers I eat? I don't remember all the cheeseburgers I eat.
Dude, you telling me he don't remember buying cheeseburgers for these fools?
Who knows?
2 years ago.
He lied about. Come on, man. He's got to remember every single freaking recruiting meeting he's ever had.
No way, man. Come on now. That's crazy talk. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I mean, what's gone is gone now. You know what I mean? Cheeseburgers, hamburgers, turkey burgers, whatever.
Yeah, but usually Squarehead has his Fire Harbaugh cardboard sign ready.
Huh?
I got nothing to say about Harbaugh. We'll see how the season goes. I mean, we basically don't even need him as a coach. These games are so bad. Come on, like what's I could go there and coach.
This guy, I knew you were gonna bring
go
that
there
up.
and coach.
Come on, man. You ain't no Sharon Moore. You ain't
Well,
no.
what is yeah,
You
but
ain't
what
no
does
Jesse
Harbaugh
Minter.
do? What does
You
Harbaugh
ain't no
do during
Mike
the
Hart.
game?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not, but I
Come on,
could be
man.
Jim Harbaugh. I could be Jim Harbaugh, stand there,
Crazy.
buy recruits some cheeseburgers, forget about it,
Yeah,
and
you
then
crazy.
give myself a self-imposed 3-game ban.
This guy. You know, I wouldn't buy him cheeseburgers if it was me. I would have probably took him to Pizza House, get some pepperoni sticks, you know what I'm saying? Get him with ciabatta, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Put some chicken in that ciabatta, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, chapati, come on.
Remember them ciabattas? Come on now.
Chicken chapati at 2
You know what I'm
a.m.
saying? This is some good stuff, man. It's good stuff, baby. Anywho's. We'll wrap it up here. Michigan Wolverines with another victory, 45-7 over the hated. I shouldn't say hated, but you know what? I have some resentment against the Cornhuskers. You know what I mean? Ever since Scott Frost and what he did back in '97. So I'm glad every time we beat him. I raise my glass to that. Raise my glass to the how to put it? Yeah, just the Michigan Wolverines team, man. They're just doing the job, grinding away, getting better and better every week. So I got no complaints. I got no complaints. In fact, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Are
Let
we
us
doing
know
a preview of next week, or are we gonna do that separately?
Let's do it separately, man. Let's do it
All right.
separately. Anywho's, all right, boys, that's it. Raise my course light to the Michigan Wolverines one last time, and we say, go blue.
Go
Go
Blue.
Blue.